One of the biggest mistakes that I see people who are attracted to cis men make is focusing on finding a partner who has money. It doesn't say anything about their character. It doesn't say anything about their person. It doesn't say anything about them whatsoever. The reality is, a lot of people who have a lot of money did not actually work for that money. And that's great for them, but not so great for you. If you're banking on this person being able to provide for you and they don't even know how to provide for themselves, what happens if they suddenly run out of inheritance? What happens if they suddenly no longer have access to their trust fund? Have you considered that? Have they considered that? Because it does happen. I know for a fact. The mistake that a lot of people make when thinking that someone has money is that means that they are smart, ambitious, driven, and generous. If a person's not generous, the fact that they have money has nothing to do with you because they're not gonna give it to you. And also not considering that they may use money to manipulate you and to control you. If you're depending on somebody having money taking care of you and you don't have any means of taking care of yourself, you are giving your power away. And that is a very fertile situation for abuse, financial, mental, emotional, and sometimes physical abuse to manifest. If you're looking for a life partner, you should be more so focusing on people who have values of being smart, not necessarily hardworking, but willing to do hard work, but primarily smart, enterprising, self-motivated, ambitious, and driven. I'm not talking about a dreamer, though being imaginative is definitely helpful. Being a critical thinker is very helpful because those are things that can really push a person in terms of whether they're going to be successful or not. But I'm talking about somebody who is a doer, who goes out and does it. And while a person may not have riches or wealth in the moment, somebody who is ambitious, somebody who is driven, who is a doer, somebody who is courageous and self-motivated is going to keep going after the jackpot. And there are many jackpots in life, not just someone who's hit one and done. That's what they're gonna stay at. They're gonna stay on that level. No, somebody who's going to keep on pursuing jackpot after jackpot after jackpot. The kind of person that you need to be looking for. And those kinds of people may not have liquid resources in the moment, but they have unseen resources that are much more valuable than just having liquid capital. And beyond any of that, I think the most important thing that a person should be looking for in a partner is, what is the quality of their heart? Are they a kind person? Are they a compassionate person? Are they a caring person? Are they a loving person? Are they pursuing wellness and integration of self or not? Because I can guarantee that if they don't possess those qualities, if they're not angling to embody those qualities, you're never going to be happy with that person. It's always going to be a struggle. It's always going to be a strain. There's always going to be tension. And ultimately, unless you are okay with staying in an unhappy, unfulfilling relationship for the rest of your life, eventually that relationship is going to end. And if you are a person of sound mind, you are going to feel a lot of grief and mourning, not around the relationship per se, but definitely about how you spent all of that time and invested all of your energy into something that was superficial, egotistical, frankly, very selfish, dehumanizing, and objectifying. I'm not saying that we should all be out here looking to date losers and broke people who we see the potential in. I'm not saying that at all. You need to have standards and you need to respect them. But what I am saying is that there are a lot of things that are much more important than what's happening in the material world. Things that cannot be quantified. And it's really important to not base somebody's value off of what is in their bank account. Because I'm being honest with you, in absolutely no way does that correlate to what kind of person they are. You need to be looking for somebody who is willing to do what it takes to be good and to be solid and to be 10 toes down. But if your only criteria for a person is that they have money, good fucking luck. So those are my tips. It's honestly energetic hygiene, and I hope that that was helpful.